Hello, my beautiful ones. Today I will share me decorating my Christmas tree. And don't mind my dog, who was in heat at the time. I was actually decorating my Christmas tree, so she's wearing a diaper and underwear. And I want to talk to you about the traditions, how a Christmas tree ever came into our living room. And that is really not for sure. There's many versions and legends and story how this actually became a Christian tradition. First of all, the Romans took evergreens as a symbol of everlasting, and they decorated actually their houses with the leaves and trees and the evergreens. Well, then there's several stories like the one from the English Benedictine monk Boniface. And I want to read to you a story that might have happened that way, we don't know. The common story goes that Boniface encountered some native German performing some sacrifices in front of a mighty oak tree, oak trees being sacred to the god Thor. Boniface seized his axe and felled the tree in order to stop the pagans worshipping a false idol, and the pagans were waiting for him to be struck down by lightning. But that didn't happen. So at this stage, he took the opportunity to convert them. The legend has it that a fir tree grew out of the fallen oak, so kind of like a Christmas tree. That became a symbol of Christ being triangular in shape. It represents the Trinity, and from there came the idea that the tree should be a symbol of Christ and new life. That's one of the main origins of the Christmas tree, bringing it into our house. Maybe. There's another legend of Martin Luther that were supposedly who was walking in the midst of a forest, and there were these evergreens, and it was glistening with snow, and the sunlight was shining on them. They were glittering. And when he came home and tried to explain to his family how the light was hitting the evergreens and how beautiful this was, the sight, well, he couldn't really find the words to explain it. So the legend said he actually got himself an evergreen in his living room and put candles on top of the evergreen. And ever since, we have Christmas trees and the tradition started. But who knows why we're actually having a Christmas tree? That is an interesting story. For one thing, we know that the first Christmas trees didn't stand up like ours in the living room like that, but they were actually hanging from the ceiling upside down, chained to the ceiling. So that might be a funny sight. And I think in some countries, some northern countries, it might still be done like that. But if you have any idea why we have Christmas trees in our living rooms and what the origin is, please leave that in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And I would love also to hear if you're decorating your Christmas tree and you love Christmas and a Christmas tree in your living room.